The fidget spinner. Originally designed with someone with difficulty with idle hands, someone who has to do something with their hands or move to be able to concentrate even. Now, in an article last reviewed September 4th in 2020 by the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, they stated in 2016 that nearly 1 in every 10 children was between the ages of 2 and 17 were diagnosed with ADHD. I am 1 in 10 of those children. While I was not formally diagnosed, I exhibited signs of ADHD very early on in my childhood. From fidgeting to talking a lot, talking very much, and not being able to pay attention all that well. So today I'm going to inform you about ADHD, what it is, and how it presents itself within someone, with their activity level, their attentiveness, their impulse control, and then their executive functioning. So, according to the Brain and Behavior Foundation website, on their frequently asked questions section, ADHD is characterized by hyperactivity, impulsivity, and inattentiveness. And what this means is they have high energy and they're not able to pay attention real well, and then they make decisions very quickly and maybe with little or no thought. So to begin, I'm going to talk about hyperactivity. Hyperactivity is that increased movement and activity level that I was talking about. They're typically high energy and they have to move a lot and they talk a lot. Sometimes you'll hear people tell someone with ADHD that they're annoying, which is not fun, by the way. As defined by medlineplus.gov, hyperactivity may include fidgeting, wandering about, talking a lot, and difficulty being quiet when everyone else is. In my experience, in the classroom, I would bounce my knee a lot, tap my pen, and tap my desk, anything to, try and focus, really, because that movement was enough to, get my mind engaged in whatever the teacher was talking about. Next, I'm going to address the inattentiveness, or difficulty paying attention, And a lot of times it's not that we're not paying attention so much as we're thinking about what you're saying, but we're looking at something else because that stimulates our brain. I face this issue in my homework. A lot of times I need to do my homework, but I want to watch TV. I want to watch, the next episode of Outlander on Netflix. Or I have chores that I need to do and I just don't stay on task. Third part of ADHD is the impulse control, or being able to, doing things without thinking. And I have this issue as well. In the past, I had bought a personal trainer course and a real estate course. Both of these cost over $100 to buy. And I did it for about 5 days. And I did not stick with it. I did not think about if I really wanted it, if I really should buy this course, how good the course was. I didn't really think about it, and I just bought it. And then I didn't stick with it. Now, the fourth part, which kind of stems from impulse, what I just talked about with the personal training and real estate agent, was the executive functioning. So there are two prominent ADHD researchers, Tom Brown and Russell Barkley. They're both PhDs. Now, Russell Barkley stated in a guest column written in 2011 that ADHD affects the executive functioning or the facilitation of performance in someone with ADHD. What this means is they know what they have to do, but they can't motivate themselves to do it. So, for instance, I know I got to take out the trash, I got to do the dishes, I got to mow the lawn, and I have to clean the bathroom. But all of this kind of overwhelms me, and I don't do it. In my personal experience, I have had hundreds of business ideas, book ideas, all these ideas, but I haven't acted on any of them. I know what I have to do, but I haven't done it, and I don't know why. We're gonna blame ADHD though. So today I've talked about hyperactivity and the increased energy level in someone with ADHD, the attention deficit, and how they aren't able to pay attention as well as someone who is neurotypical. That is another term that you'll hear a lot, neurotypical and neurodivergent. I've talked about impulse control and how people with ADHD have trouble with with doing things without thinking about it or without little thought. And then I've also talked about the executive functioning with ADHD and how that can inhibit someone from doing what they have to do. So parents, teachers, and family members, the next time you think someone is being lazy, they're not paying attention to you, you think they're doing things without thinking, or they're just super high energy and you don't know why, you might want to look into learning more about ADHD and having them learn more about ADHD and possibly seeing a doctor.